morning. It is about 8:30 in the morning here in Sao Paulo. Had some breakfast in there. Sorry I didn't get to show the breakfast though, because it wasn't anything, it was just scrambled eggs and some pastries. But anyway, we're on a bike tour this morning starting at 9 o'clock. It's about 8:30 now, so got a little time to run up to the grocery store, get some water, and then head back and go bike riding. So, good morning everybody, and I'll show you around a little bit. Here's a weird thing. Coffee everywhere, but no decaf. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Alright, well, I got water, so I'm all set. It was weird in the grocery store aisle. I mean, a whole aisle full of coffee everywhere. No decaf. I guess they just don't believe in decaf here. But that's okay. I'll make do somehow. I may have to go back home and get off caffeine again. But we're gonna head out to our bike ride now. I'm gonna sit down and have some coffee before we go. And no decaf. Nowhere. Nowhere. I asked. So we're getting ready to go on this bike tour in Sao Paulo, and our guide is Jefferson there, who gets great reviews on TripAdvisor, so I'm really excited about this. I'm not going to hold this while we're riding. I just want to.
Okay. Alright, first time in Sao Paulo?
No.
Yes.
Is it? No?
Yes.
No.
I've been here
Yeah,
before.
I've been before, yes. But first time in a bike tour in Sao Paulo.
So guys, before we start, I will give you some advice, alright? Here in Sao Paulo, unfortunately, we have a huge problem with kids stealing phones. So every time that you feel like you want to take a photo or make a video, just look around, see if there isn't any stranger around you, and you will be okay. Alright? We are going to get the chance to see some of the historical buildings that has been preserved. For the name Crackland. Why? Because about 3 years ago, this whole area was full of tents with loads of people living here, but those guys used it to stay on drugs during the whole day. Why that? Because one of the side effects of the crack is to avoid the feeling of hunger, right? So those people were homeless, so they started using crack to avoid the feeling of hunger, and after a while they needed that every day. So then who had business around here started complaining that the situation was really bad for business and for tourism around here. So the government said, okay, we are going to sort this problem out. The government kicked everyone out of here, put the fences around, and said, okay, we sorted out the problem. But we know the truth, the government didn't sort out the problem. Before, we knew that this place was a dangerous area, so we just needed to avoid it. And now we know that those people are still around, we just don't know where exactly. Favelas or Favelas Museum, it's a very meaningful place. Because, for example, who knows what a favela is? Do you know?
No. One idea.
No? No?
Programa nela pra ele ver o que tem.
Okay, we can come back.
I'm sorry, guys. I left it in the locker room.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm sorry.
Do you have keys? They can you get it?
It's secure.
Okay, I go there with you and
That would be something I would do. I understand.
I meant to remind him to I forgot.
Oh no.
So, you look. And I love their food. It's so good.
So when you see the stores here in the Korean section, if you see that red and blue banner, that means the store is owned by a Korean family. So you'll know what you're getting when you go in there.
Park of the Lights. It was the first public park that we have here in São Paulo. But before being a public park, it was a place designed for the high society. So, for example, everything here was made to imitate the nature. For example, they have fake lakes, they have a fake river, and they do have a fake cave here.
Fake?
Yeah,
Fake what?
cave.
Fake cave.
Yeah.
Wow.
So everything here was a copy from England that time. So they do have a tea house inside of this park, and they had a trolley station inside of this park. Nowadays they cover the lines, so we cannot see it, but we still can see the trolley station.
So we just used the restroom in here. Whoa. So we just used the restroom in here, but just like in the Philippines, they give you the toilet paper on the way in the door, so you got to plan accordingly.
Carrying the richest people, and that other benefits go to the same way, the same place, but carry
train station was, if you can hear me over the train station was built by the English. So that's why it looks like, you know, Harry Potter could be here.
Fire State, the building with the flag. Yeah. It's good because the top is a museum, 30 reais. And on the top of it, they have a restaurant and a bar with 360 views of the city. And if you go down, when you go straight away to the top. And then when you go down, you go by stairs. Each floor has a different position. And one floor they have the place where people used to go to pay debts or put money, and they still have the scales that, because back in time you could pay your debts using gold. Four biggest cathedrals in the world. They also have a crypt inside, but I just found out what it is. I didn't know what a crypt is, that a crypt was a place to bury a priest. Also, we have 2 more stops only.
Okay.
And now it's only downhill, so no more uphill. Good, right?
Para ajudar em questões de materiais. Hoje são casas no Brasil e também no Haiti.
So when at the end of the slavery here in Brazil, the government just said to the black people, okay, you're all free, so go wherever you want. But they didn't give job, anything. And this area was out of the city, so live here was free. And also, there was a place here where the army used it to keep the bombs.
Well, I just got back from our downtown Sao Paulo bike tour, which was very interesting, very much all about social issues, particularly slavery and the indigenous people being taken over by the Brazilians. Fascinating, not what you expect on your typical city bike tour, but our guide was excellent. He kind of knew his history, and the places that he took us were very significant in that. Had a guy from Dallas who was a flight attendant, very nice guy. We actually spent some time walking around after the tour looking for a place to lunch, but nothing looked good. And then a gentleman from Uruguay, get that right. And unfortunately he left his bag behind in one of the museums we stopped at and had to go back and get it. And I felt bad, but I thought that's exactly what I would do, something like that, walk away from it. Anyway, it was a great trip. The video is going to be interesting there. I'll post that up in just a bit.